All right, so
Oh yeah,
I
dope.
know that your fucking battery might die or something, so I just want to get back to the questions. We were talking about Francis, and then we talked about how I think I said how his southpaw seemed to really mess with Tyson. But what I was kind of getting to is like, do you think some boxers are overhyped? Like even Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta, like Ryan kind of like almost didn't like deserve all the hype he was getting. It seemed after it in hindsight.
So you talking about Francis or a different fighter?
I'm talking about like it seems like sometimes like how does fucking Francis come in and then like compete with the best boxer in the
Yeah,
world, Tyson? Like is he overhyped, Tyson, in a way, or like does
right.
boxing sometimes overhype
Oh,
their
I
fighters?
got you. I got
Yeah.
you. I mean, beyond that's a debate, right? That is a great debate to even, to call that. But if I'm just gonna try to keep it real, I just believe Tyson Fury didn't take Francis seriously, in that fight. Well, obviously, you already know that he had the Usyk fight set up, beforehand before they got the Francis Ngannou. So you really, gambling trying to take on Francis Ngannou, knowing that you got a whole nother boxing match against a whole nother boxer. So I believe that Tyson Fury thought this was going to be easy, even though he said he didn't, whatever, that he really trained. That's what I'm trying to get out of. But if that's not the case, and like you really tried to fight Francis and really beat Francis, and you still could not make it, you know what I mean, an easy win or a dominant win, and it was just that competitive, shit, we might be looking at overhyped boxers, bro. We might be looking at MMA guys being able to transition over to boxing and actually give us some real good competition. Because I didn't train with boxers before, high-level pros in boxing, and I didn't give them a good run for their money, right? And I'm not saying I'm the more skilled fighter or a fighter in boxing, but it's just like little things like your conditioning, your strength, and aggression, right? And the different styles that we bring as MMA fighters give boxers a difficult time. So, with that being said, I don't know, man, because it wasn't like, the Conor McGregor and Mayweather. And a lot of people will say, well, Conor was competitive. That's only because Mayweather allowed that to be, right? Mayweather said he wasn't trying to rush the fight. He wasn't trying to rush to knock him out. He wanted to make people get their money's worth. Because remember, that pay-per-view was like, what, $100?
Yeah, that shit was expensive.
Right?
Yeah, I think it was 100.
A hundred and some change.
Yeah.
So Mayweather, just being the money man that he is, he like, I want to give people their money's worth. Get this dude at least, 3-4 rounds, and then I'm gonna take him out in the 8th
Right.
or the 9th. And that's exactly what he did. But with Tyson Fury, you would think he'd be able to do the same type of thing, to be able to toy or whatever with Francis Ngannou because of his skill set. But obviously, with you getting dropped and you getting battered, you didn't have the skill set to defend against Francis Ngannou. So yeah, is the level of boxing where it used to be, or is it kind of like you said, overhyped? So that's a good question. To be honest with you, bro, I don't know. I'd love to find out to get my ass in the ring.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I mean, here's what I kind of think too. I think like, you got Gervonta. I think he is elite. He's like a Floyd Mayweather status. But I think sometimes with like, not trying to hate, but like the Devin Haneys, the Ryan Garcias, them trying to put them on the level of a Tank.
Shakur?
Yeah, Shakur. I don't necessarily think that they are on the level of a Tank, but they talk about him, all those guys in the same conversation. So that's why I think it's a little bit overhyped in that case, because I think O'Malley would match up really good against any of those three guys, Tank, Shakur, or Ryan Garcia.
And be honest with you, I love to see it just to see.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think he would have the success like Francis Ngannou. Because with these guys that he'll be fighting, like a Gervonta or of a Devin Haney, not saying Devin Haney is a knockout, artist, nothing like that, but he still got some good pop, especially speaking about Gervonta Davis. Let's say, all right, Sean O'Malley versus Gervonta Davis. That fight does not go good for O'Malley. I just don't see it, right? And the way that O'Malley fights and he leaves his chin up a lot of times, it's just like how we see Ryan Garcia get beat. He got touched a lot of good times, and even to the body, got his ribs broke. Like, Sean O'Malley defensively is not going to be able to sustain, any type of success if he fights Gervonta in the ring, But are people going to watch it? Yeah, people going to watch it. And that's a big money fight for Sean O'Malley, So, but I don't think my man's going to be somewhat successful because Gervonta not going to play with you. He not going to be like a Mayweather and be like, all right, man, I'm going to give him about 3 rounds, get him warmed up, make him get his confidence in, and then I'm gonna knock him out. No, if he can, he pretty much gonna try to knock you out, knock your ass out in the first round.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be something nasty.
Gervonta is one of my favorite boxers, bro, for that reason, just because he's that dog, you know? Even more than Floyd, he just goes to fucking kill every time. But he's young, so his hands are still healthy, you know? Floyd's hands got fucking injured later on in his career, that's why.
Exactly. Yeah. And before they got injured, remember, it was Pretty Boy Floyd, right?
Yeah.
And Pretty Boy Floyd used to put in that work.
Yeah, he used to knock people out.
You know, before he was Money Made, he used to knock people out with good combinations, man. With one hand, bro, just gonna pop, 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 pop. You'll give a dude four left hooks,
yeah,
right, in a row, and drop their ass. Like, we don't see that shit no more. So, I don't know, man. That's a good question on the level of boxing. Like, where's the level of boxing now? And I really feel like Gervonta is still up there. Obviously, with what he did to Ryan Garcia, who was another high-level boxer, and he was still able to get him out of there. All the boxers that he fight at a world class, talking about Gervonta, he usually finishes. And, you know, you don't really see that with a lot of world champions finishing each other. You know, they either get it by the judges or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what I would like to see how they could almost prove that is put, like, kind of almost want to see, like, Ryan against, I'm going to forget his name, but some of the guys that Gervonta's beat, that one Mexican guy that Gervonta knocked out, I think, I forget his name, but you know that viral uppercut knockout from Tank? That Mexican guy?
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. I forget his name, too. Yeah.
I think he should box.
The dude was doing good against Gervonta.
Right. They should box fucking... Yeah. He should go up against, like, Shakur or Ryan Garcia, I feel like. Maybe.
Right. Well, you know, and that's the thing that sucks about boxing. It's just usually... And not saying that guy was undefeated when he fought Gervonta.
Leo Santa Cruz,
unfortunately, it's just like, how do you... Right. Yeah. No. Now, Cruz still got a hot name for himself. And he's still trying to build up because even when he lost to Gervonta, he didn't get knocked out, you know? And you see Isaac Cruz still trying to get that fight made with Gervonta. And I feel like once you lose in boxing, definitely when you get knocked out, it's kind of hard to come back from that, right? Unless you're Ryan Garcia, obviously, but it ain't like he got starched where he just got knocked out cold. It took a body shot. He made the excuse about, you know, the contract that he signed that he couldn't, you know, be able to recover or rehydrate, and that's why the body shot was so effective from Gervonta. So he got excuses set in that he could use. But usually when you get knocked out and you looking at the, you know, at the stars, at the lights, you know, you really ain't got no excuses for that, and it really kind of diminishes your career in boxing, unfortunately.
Yeah, with the mental, that's why. So I hear what you're saying, because Ryan almost saved his career a little bit by doing that. It's almost kind of smart.
Yeah, somewhat.
In a way,
like I said, it's a built-in excuse. I mean, you can also say it does play a part when you talk about somebody that has to stay at a certain weight, even though you had to cut all. That's like Aljo, right? Aljo cuts all that weight, and then you tell him that he has to stay at that weight class and he can't come back up, so he can't rehydrate to a certain level. It's going to affect him in the fight. Period.
That's what affected him because it was a quick turnaround for Sterling.
Yeah, always, you know, definitely if you can rehydrate, but if you're unable to do that, obviously because you sucking out so much goddamn, you know, fat and you losing so much weight by pretty much eliminating your sweat and your water intake, like you pretty much like a raisin, you sucking all that stuff out of you. So if I'm not able to get back to my healthy self, whether that's at, you know, if you're fighting at 145, then going all the way back up to 165 or something like that, but I had to stay around 150, that's going to affect your ass because you still going to need to drink and rehydrate yourself in order for your body to be able to, you know,
recut the weight
what it
again.
needs to do in the fight.